Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Sarah, Balance Healing Arts. And I was guided to do another follow-up. And we have right off the bat fated freaking meeting. So, and the magician's still out. So, to clarify earlier when we talked about the magician isn't necessarily a bad guy. It's not a bad thing to manifest a relationship or manifest, dream girl, dream guy, or whatever. However, fate is a part of it. There is an attraction. There are a lot of beliefs on love and attraction and the universe. And, I remember thinking, okay, what's coming right now is I remember thinking when I was younger, like, my dad was like this and my mom was like that. And I'm like, why wouldn't they be together? Like, they were both chill people. They were both so gentle and kind. And weirdly, I love my steps. I love all my steps. But they both paired up with super intense people. But as a child, I always thought, why wouldn't they just be together? It makes sense, They're too freaking much alike, probably. And it's attraction. It works or it doesn't, Everybody's been in love, right? And then been out of love. And, you look back and you thought, oh my God, I was so in love with that person and just am not right now. So no matter how much you will it, with a specific person, try not to be specific because, that might not be your person. You could be cursing yourself almost, like what if you pull this person and then you're like, oh, I didn't know all that about you. I gotta go, or whatever. So if you are manifesting, meeting your soulmate, your special person, trust your guides, trust yourself, trust your energy, and trust it to be who would be just better than expected. If you've ever manifested something, even like a house, oh, you guys, now this manifesting, you got to put the details in, as many details as you can, help the universe, which all of your previous experiences has helped the universe too, like somebody taller because your dance partner needs to be just a little taller, ideal dance partner, or kissing angle or whatever. Fit and active, because if you're a more sedentary person, then your person might be frustrated because they want to go and move and do, and you're a more homebody, So, those kind of details need to be peppered in, but I have found, like the Waverly Courthouse, I thought, I want a laundry chute, I want a fireplace, I want, and I put all the things, and I'm like, I just listed it. Like, who cares if the house has all those things, but those are things I would like to see in the new house, It had every single thing I put on the list. Now you might say, what are you talking about? You lectured in that last video all about free will and all of that, and that's true. And that's why I'm saying, don't be specific about the exact person, because your hearts know each other when you see each other and when you spend time together. And the other part about manifesting, the universe and God, Creator, your angels, when you trust and you surrender and release and you go within and you know this is going to happen or is happening, or has happened, you almost always get better than what you would have even asked for. The other example is, I remember both times I was pregnant with my kids. We chose not to find out the gender of either one. So I'm like, by 7th month, I'm like, you idiot, it's so long to wait. How are we supposed to wait? I want to see what he looks like. Is it her? Is it him? Whatever. So then you start to imagine what this child is going to look like. Will it have this person's eyes or this person's ears or whatever? And when that baby comes out, you could never imagine. You could have never created a baby that perfect, and it's like that with everything you co-create with the universe, everything you pull through your portals. We want to talk about what's a portal. Every time you manifest, your imagination, we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna do a video on that. But we've got fated meeting, and we've got, in addition to our magician who, if you look, check this out. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this or not without crashing. But the stack is just right there, and the magician is still on top, like sitting there. So the magician has more to say. And love is magical, and love is in the air, and there is magic about, ooh, someone is running. I just heard running with the devil. No, no, no toxic, no past toxic connections. We're not doing that shit. Let's clarify. We have a fated meeting. You've manifested it. I've manifested it. They've manifested it. Everybody is open to connections during this 10-10 portal. Who is watching this and agrees to that? So let's see what else. Oh, right away. Diversity. Keep an open freaking mind. Okay, okay. Oh, every fucking time I'm going to tell you that. Childlike wonder. Innocent. That doesn't mean this person can't be hot, can't be spicy, it can't be steamy, whatever you fucking want, you freaks. Freak will attract a freak. Whatever you need. But childlike wonder, that's the openness needed to believe that it's coming and know that it's coming and feel when it comes. This diversity card gives you a little bit of clue. Look, she's looking over all the land. This person can be someone that's not your usual type. And let's say you're falling in love later in life. Why do you want that same type? We already have a little data collected that would imply maybe a couple, the universe could help out with some new qualities to add and deduct that could be a little different. And we've added and deducted qualities of ourselves too, because we've learned and grown and changed some shit that, you know, maybe wanted to improve updates. So, diversity can mean from another country, another culture. It can mean with delight. I think whoever's sticking this out is watching someone who's a little quirky, a little different, but it delights them. You know, it can be as simple as that. The tall, short thing too can be an open mind thing. Let's see what else they got. What else you got? What else they got? Another land. Some people are going to be a whole new world. A dazzling place I never knew. So some people are going to have to be really freaking open-minded. And you know, I think it's going to be fun. I mean, I just keep giggling. It's going to be fun. I think a lot of these people who are tuning in this time to this round, who made it through my other videos that were kind of a little harsh, are just having fun at this point. You know what I mean? Like, all put together, got their lives together, you know, aren't like clawing with hysteria and what's that other word? Desperation, you know, happy, healthy, got your shit together, and, you know, really hoping to find that good match, but not willing to sell yourself out and self-abandon in order just to have somebody. That's fucked up. So what else we need to know? The Muse and the Architect, someone to build together and somebody spiritual. Ooh, I got a high vibe group watching this shit. I like that. I like that. These aren't just my requirements. They must be yours too. You pulled these cards. And the Buddha Prepares is sitting right on top. And I picked it up. And the next card was face down, but it's stuck to the card. And it is spring, winter? Summer, winter. And, you know, we're wrapping up summer, coming into winter. We're in fall right now. But spring is like, spring is in the air. What happens when spring is in the air? The babies start being born and, you know, spring fever and love is in the air. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. What am I talking about? Spring. I'm saying, they're not saying it's going to happen in the spring. They're saying spring is in the air, love is in the air now, because we got lightning bolt too. Freaking open right now. I'm telling you that 10-10 shit is on fire. Use it. Use this 10-10 energy. And listen, if the angels, so if the language is what I was starting to say, but they've said angels, if the language here, remember, diversity, have an open mind. If the language that I use isn't like kind of your language, I can tell you are listening this long because you do have this possibility and this ability to have diverse and creative and open mind type and have that childlike wonder. Translate for yourself. Not just, I mean, okay, that can translate. Like, it could be not English, same first language. but in spiritual language. Pray. Pray. All this language is another word. These portals, the magic, the manifestation. Pray. And be diverse about your ideas about God and the angels. God does not want you to suffer. No one asked you to suffer. And there's enough to go around. The universe is generous, especially with you. Consider yourself a favorite. Consider yourself VIP. The universe wants to spoil you, but you're so humble. So you can ask for a good, true love, and you deserve a good, true love. We all do. We all do. So with your prayers to your Creator in your language, always say, and this is universal, say what you want, not what you don't want. Only what you want. And I can sound wishy-washy and all over the place sometimes because I only want to use certain language here on my channel, but also in my life. I try to be pretty mindful. Only say what you want to be true. Even if you're given an example, even if you're being sarcastic, even if you're joking, watch that shit. But have an open mind and put your prayers into your own language, but only say what you mean to happen. Because God and the universe are eavesdropping on every conversation and every thought. And you start to go to the dark side and you start to get those intrusive thoughts or that negativity or that depression. First of all, it could be someone else's and not yours. So taking a shower, just imagine something washing off that negativity. Put a quarantine around the person if you know who it's coming from. Separate their energy, keep that shit to yourself. No matter how much you care about the people around you, clients, friends, children, anybody, you can't care their problems away and you can't heal them. They have to do that. That's their work and that's their job. You can hold space. That's keeping your energy here and their energy there. It's boundaries. And it's tricky because it's a real slippery slope, especially when you really are a caring person. And there's nothing wrong with caring. Caring is yours. Caring is yours. That's your heart. It's your love. It's your care. However, these depressed people that don't know how to care for themselves or they may not be strong enough, that's a therapy job. That's a rest and recoup job, They can't get that from your energy. They try because they don't understand. So we're getting into rambly again, but somebody needs to hear that, You're kind of getting, your energy could be getting pulled on by people around you that are on the struggle bus right now. So, you can wish them well if that's what they want. However, even wishing someone well who doesn't really want to get better or doesn't really want to take action, that's tricky too, because your energy gets wasted even in just wishing them well. Someone told me several years ago, he worded something, we were just sharing back and forth, and he said, "Oh, well, I hope it goes exactly how you want it to." And I thought, what an energetically responsible thing to say. And, he wasn't wishing something. I hope you get him. I hope you get it. I hope, he said, "I hope you wish everything goes the way you want it to." That was fair, right? That's my own energy doing it. I hope you do what you want, basically. So you got a fated meeting. Now we've talked about this fated meeting. Don't self-abandon. If it scares you, they're like, "Holy shit, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. I'm going to text her. I'm going to message her. he asked me," don't panic. Pause and breathe and be thankful for your beautiful heart. Quickly intercept that with some gratitude, and that usually gets you a little grounded, and you do deserve it. One more time, you do deserve it. And your wounds might try to pull you off track, but remember, you're meeting yourself and this person, so communication, understanding, get back to your heart, and it'll be okay. Have fun. I'm excited.